Hi, my name is Sophia Tuinstra, and I'm a junior at Westmont Hilltop High School, and I am a Girl Scout Gold Award candidate. When a child is diagnosed with a life-threatening illness, it puts their whole life on hold, just like mine. A couple of years ago, I was diagnosed with leukemia, and one of the first things I learned as a cancer patient was taking care of yourself. And there are two important rules. Number one is washing everything you come in contact with, so washing your hands and keeping everything clean. And the second was wearing a face mask. And I'm sure so many people have seen face masks all over the news, and it's become the newest fashion statement during the COVID-19. But face masks has been a way of life for me for the past few years. The inspiration for my project came from wearing these face masks and all of the other boys and girls in Children's Hospital with me where I was treated for cancer. As time went on, and when you're at the hospital, you're wearing these yellow disposable face masks. The doctors, nurses, and patients all wear them. After a while, these face masks are really uncomfortable, and so I received a face mask that could be washable and that I could wear, and it also had a fun print, which made wearing the mask less intimidating, and it made me feel more confident going out into my community. And so as I started attending my chemotherapy treatments, other patients noticed this mask that I was wearing, and they were like, I want one, this is really cool, where can I get one? And at the time, I couldn't really say, I didn't know where you would find one. And so once I finished my Silver Award for Girl Scouts, I knew exactly what I was going to do for my Gold Award. And that was going to be make face masks for immunocompromised children, starting with Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh. They go really, really quickly. Each month I bring them. And so these face masks, these are fun patterns, and it brings personality to each of the patients, and it takes off a lot of stress, not only on the families, but on these little boys and girls who are going through such a life-changing and life-threatening situation. So I think that having these face masks, it just brings a joy to the hospital. When the pandemic came, it was a lot of chaos, and unfortunately, it's such a terrible thing to have happen. But for my project, I saw a way to help my community, and that was to make masks and to educate the community on why masks are so important. And so many people ask, why do I have to wear this face mask? But it's really important to remember that even when you're not sick, there's always the possibility that your body is harboring germs and viruses. Well, to address that situation, because I've had so many, and I've heard so many people talk about it, I wrote a column for the Tribune Democrat, which is my local newspaper, and I talked about all of those different kinds of things. But like I said earlier, it's really not about what you're breathing in, but it's about what could come out, what you breathe out, and who's around you. So you might not be sick, I might not be sick, but you have to be aware that there are so many people, no matter where you go, that are immunocompromised, who have difficulty breathing. And so it's really important to think about others, even if it's not going to affect you. It's important to keep in mind all of these things and to be able to help and keep your community safe. Because when your community is safe, then that means that we can get back to normal by wearing these masks and getting back to normal as soon as possible. I think my favorite Girl Scout memory was when my troop went to visit a wind turbine in our area. and I learned about alternative energy sources, and I got to see what it looked like up close, and they're huge. And although they make a lot of noise below you, they don't make as much noise as the further away you go. And it was so cool to learn about how much energy they make in a day, how many houses that fuels. It was really interesting to learn about the technology behind it. And I think it was just such an amazing experience. And what was really cool was I was working on a technology project in school, and I got to take what I learned from that experience and put it into my project to share it with the rest of my classmates. We've been talking about that a lot recently now that I'm a junior. And I know that I really want to be able to help people. Social justice is something that is really important to me, and really being able to help other people, just like this project does. So we've been discussing different majors and minors, and communication is really important no matter what I do, no matter what anyone does. So that's something that I'm thinking about, but ultimately someday I want to be a lawyer. Never, never, ever. My co-leader in Girl Scouts has been a Girl Scout, and her mom was a Girl Scout, and her mom was a Girl Scout, and her mom was a Girl Scout. And she's just one of the most influential women in my life, along with my mother. But I think it's never too late to be a part of Girl Scouts, and especially for the little girls just joining, if I were to speak to them right now, I would say to stick with it, because it can get hard, especially around middle school. But it's such a rewarding experience, meeting new people, learning about the world, learning about yourself, and learning how to be a woman in the modern day, and going out there and being confident in what you want to do. I think to all of the women out that'll be watching this, especially if you're a troop leader or if you're a part of a service unit, whatever it is you're doing, I'm so grateful for that. And I think I want to use this as a way to thank all of the women that are in my service unit and helping all of these girls. For the women in the room too, stick with it, because I love Girl Scouts, and I've made a promise to myself to be with it even after I graduate.